My beloved child, listen closely, for what I am about to reveal will shake the ground beneath your feet and open your eyes to a truth you were never meant to discover too late. You have been walking through these recent days unaware of what everyone around you already sees clearly, unaware of a storm that has been quietly building behind your back, unaware of a devastating truth that has been circulating like a whisper carried by the wind. Everyone except you knows this shocking truth about the third party she just got diagnosed with, and the time has come for the light to cut through the darkness that has blinded your heart for too long. Do not tremble. Do not turn away. Do not run, thinking the pain will be less if you avoid it. I am with you in this revelation, and every word I speak is for your protection and your awakening. You have cried to me night after night asking for answers. You have begged me to reveal what has been hidden in the shadows. You have wondered why your spirit has felt heavy, why your sleep has been restless, why your heart has been sinking without explanation. It was not anxiety. It was not imagination. It was the voice of your soul sensing a truth that your mind could not see. Everyone except you already knows that the third party she entangled herself with has now been diagnosed with something she never expected, something that carries consequences far beyond physical damage. You were left out of the circle intentionally, kept in the dark because they feared what you would do once you knew. They hid it from you because they did not want to lose control over you. They thought your silence meant weakness. They assumed your loyalty meant ignorance. They believed you would remain blind forever. But I, the Lord your God, break every chain of deception today. You have been walking with a heart full of trust while someone you loved carried secrets like poison concealed beneath a smile. You thought you were building something sacred with her, but she was opening doors behind your back that were never meant to exist. The third party she ran to, the one she believed was excitement, adventure, thrill, rebellion, distraction, has become her downfall. And now the truth is no longer a rumor, no longer a possibility, no longer something she can hide. It has become a diagnosis, a consequence that everyone except you has already heard. Feel your breath slow. Feel your spirit open. Feel the truth begin to settle into the deepest part of your being. You have been protected by my hand without knowing it. When she distanced herself, when she grew cold, when her words began to shift, when her affection became unpredictable, you blamed yourself. You wondered what you were doing wrong. You questioned what was lacking in you. You thought you were losing someone you loved because you were not enough. But you were never the problem. She chose a path seeded with deceit, and now she stands face to face with consequences she cannot escape. The third party she trusted has placed her in a reality that is changing her life forever, and those around her know. They whisper. They talk. They exchange looks when your name is mentioned because they know what she has been diagnosed with, and they fear the moment you find out. But I am the God who reveals what is hidden. I am the God who exposes lies. I am the God who rescues those who love with a pure heart. You did not lose anything, you were saved from destruction. Listen to me, child. Your tears were never wasted. I saw every silent breakdown you experienced alone in the dark. I counted every moment when your chest felt tight because you sensed betrayal without proof. I held you while you lay awake wondering why the person you gave your heart to suddenly became unrecognizable. You thought you were being punished, but you were being protected. Had I allowed you to stay, you would have become a casualty of what she has now been diagnosed with. You would have been pulled into consequences that were never meant to touch your life. I removed you because your destiny is greater than the chaos she willingly stepped into. Her diagnosis is a result of her choices, not yours. Her suffering is not your responsibility to carry. Her silence is not your burden. Her shame is not your weight. I know you are hurting. I know your heart is breaking as you listen to these words. I know the shock is heavy, like a wave crashing suddenly without warning. But hear me, this pain is not the end. It is the beginning of freedom. The truth does not come to destroy you, it comes to release you. Everyone except you knows the truth because they believed you would collapse if you discovered it. They thought you would not be strong enough to handle it. They underestimated who walks beside you. They forgot who holds your heart. They forgot that I am the God who lifts the broken and turns ashes into crowns. What they thought would destroy you will become the reason you rise. Child, breathe. Let the tears fall if they need to. The breaking you feel right now is not punishment, it's cleansing. You are being washed from a connection that was poisoning your soul. You are being delivered from a love that was never love at all. You are being separated from someone who had no intention of protecting your heart the way you protected theirs. You were loyal, but she was reckless. You were sincere, but she was impulsive. You were faithful, but she was double-minded. And now the third party she thought was her escape has become her trap. The diagnosis has shaken her world, and she knows she cannot hide forever. She fears the day you learn the truth because she knows you deserved honesty. She knows you deserved loyalty. She knows you deserve transparency. And now she is crushed under the weight of consequences she thought she would outrun. But you will not be dragged into that darkness. You will not share in the fallout of her actions. You will not carry guilt that does not belong to you. Hear me, I am not revealing this to stir hatred in your heart. I am not revealing this so you seek revenge or try to prove yourself. I am revealing it so you finally understand why I allowed her to leave. I am revealing it so you stop blaming yourself. I am revealing it so you stop wishing she would come back. I am revealing it so you stop praying for what was never meant to remain. I am revealing it because I need you to walk away without wondering, what if? Everyone around you already knows what she has been diagnosed with, but you are the last to hear because you were the only one who truly cared about her future. You loved her with a heart filled with purity, while she played with fire behind your back. But even now, do not let bitterness enter your spirit. You are not responsible for the consequences of someone else's choices. You are not called to rescue someone who abandoned you first. You are not meant to return to a place I have already freed you from. I am preparing something far greater for you. I am shaping a future where love will not be a battlefield, where loyalty will not feel like sacrifice, where honesty will not be optional, where your heart will be cherished, not exploited. But first, I must separate you completely from what once broke you. I must close a door that keeps trying to reopen. I must remove the emotional strings that tie you to memories you cannot live in anymore. And this truth, this shocking truth about the diagnosis connected to the third party, will be the final cut that releases you. This is the moment you stop waiting. This is the moment you stop wondering. This is the moment you stop holding on. This is the moment you walk into destiny without turning back. Child, listen to me, do not reach out to her. Do not ask for explanations. Do not try to get details. Do not invite conversation. Silence is your shield now. Separation is your safety. Distance is your deliverance. There is nothing she could say that would change what has already been done. There is nothing she could confess that would erase the choices she made. I am telling you this because I am positioning you for restoration that requires letting go completely. I am positioning you for blessings that cannot grow where betrayal once lived. I am positioning you for peace that cannot dwell where lies were spoken. I am positioning you for a future where your heart will no longer be broken. You thought this chapter ended without closure. You thought you were left without answers. But I have given you closure today. I have given you the truth. I have given you the revelation. I have given you the clarity that your heart cried for. And now, what you do next will determine what your destiny looks like. Do not choose bondage. Choose freedom. Do not choose pain. Choose healing. Do not choose history. Choose destiny. Let your spirit rise, because I am with you. What she has been diagnosed with is now shaping her consequences, not yours. Her path is no longer tied to your future. You are stepping into a season where everything meant to destroy you becomes the reason you are elevated. This is not the end of your story. It is the beginning. And now, child, be still and breathe, for I am preparing to reveal the next part of this message, what comes after this truth, what miracles are already on their way, and the destiny that is waiting for you beyond this heartbreak. Child, now that the truth has been revealed to you, do not let your spirit sink beneath the weight of this revelation. Lift your head. Straighten your shoulders. Let courage rise inside you like a fire that refuses to be extinguished. For this moment, this exact moment, is not a moment of defeat, but a divine turning point. It is the line where your past ends and your future begins. You are standing at the doorway of transformation. You may feel shock in your chest right now. You may feel the sting of betrayal. You may feel as though the wind has been knocked out of you. But listen carefully, pain that comes from truth is holy. It purifies. It opens your eyes. It wakes you from illusions you were never meant to sleep under. And this truth, this shocking truth about the third party she just got diagnosed with, is not meant to crush your spirit, but to reveal how deeply I have been protecting you when you thought I was silent. Remember this with every heartbeat. I did not withhold this truth to punish you. I withheld it until now because your heart was not ready before. You would have responded in ways that would have broken you further. You might have tried to fix things that were never yours to fix. You might have sacrificed parts of yourself trying to hold together something that was already shattering in secret. You would have tried to save someone who chose recklessness over commitment, secrecy over honesty, and desire over responsibility. But now, your eyes are open. And once the eyes of your spirit open, they can never close again. Let the weight of that understanding settle deep within you. You are awakening. You are rising. You are stepping into a level of wisdom that pain has earned and revelation has sharpened. You are entering a season where you will no longer mistake chaos for connection, where you will no longer confuse attachment with love, where you will no longer ignore red flags because of emotional loyalty. Everyone except you knew what she was hiding. Everyone except you knew what the third party had just been diagnosed with. Everyone except you saw the consequences unfolding. But they did not tell you because they did not understand the power that rests upon your life. They assumed you were fragile. They assumed you would collapse. They assumed your heart would crumble into dust the moment the truth touched it. But they were wrong. You were built differently. You were forged through storms that would have destroyed others. You survived seasons where everything you trusted fell apart. You endured nights that felt unbearable, but you kept breathing. You kept standing. You kept loving. And that strength is not accidental. It is divine. It is sacred. It is proof that the hand of the Almighty rests upon your life. So hear me clearly now, you are stronger than this truth. You are stronger than this heartbreak. You are stronger than this betrayal. You are stronger than this diagnosis that everyone except you already knew. And now that the truth has come into the light, you will rise higher than you have ever risen before. Do not allow your mind to wander into questions that do not serve your healing. Do not torture yourself thinking about when it started, how long it lasted, or why she chose the path she chose. The details do not matter. The only thing that matters is that I removed you before the consequences could touch you. I did not let you become entangled in what she has been diagnosed with. You were spared. You were shielded. You were rescued. What feels like heartbreak is actually salvation. What feels like abandonment is actually divine protection. What feels like loss is actually the beginning of restoration. Child, do not you dare blame yourself again. You were not abandoned because you were unworthy. You were separated because I refused to let your destiny be contaminated by decisions that were never yours. You were not replaced. You were protected. You were not forgotten. You were preserved. You were not betrayed because you were weak. You were betrayed because you loved with a depth she was never capable of returning. And now the consequence of her choices is unfolding rapidly, and everyone except you already knew. They have watched her unravel in silence. They have seen how the diagnosis has begun to change her world. They have seen her hide behind a mask of strength while breaking inside. They have seen her pretend while carrying fear. They have seen her spirit shaking beneath the surface. They have seen her regret. They have seen the panic that lives behind her eyes. They have seen the cost of walking away from someone pure and walking towards someone dangerous. But you will not carry the weight of her consequences. You will not suffer because of her decisions. You will not bleed from wounds created by her recklessness. That season is over. That chapter has closed. That story has ended. Now hear me, let go. Let go of the fantasy you built around who you believed she was. Let go of the dream you tried desperately to protect. Let go of the idea that she will one day apologize, explain, or return. Let go of the hope that something broken will magically heal without transformation. Let go of the emotional chains that kept you waiting for someone who was never choosing you. Freedom only begins when letting go begins. I know letting go feels like death. I know it feels like losing a part of yourself. I know it feels like stepping into emptiness. But the emptiness you feel right now is not abandonment, it is space. Space I am clearing inside you so I can fill it with something far more beautiful than what you lost. Space that will soon hold peace instead of tears. Space that will soon carry joy instead of pain. Space that will soon overflow with love that does not betray. You think you are breaking. But you are being rebuilt. You think you are ending. But you are beginning. You think you are alone. But you are surrounded by my presence. Do not mistake silence for absence. Do not mistake distance for rejection. Do not mistake darkness for defeat. You are being hidden so you can be healed. You are being separated so you can be strengthened. You are being slowed so I can rebuild you with intention and precision. This is divine surgery. I am removing every infection that betrayal left inside you. I am stitching together every wound that deception opened. I am cleansing every scar that love misused created. I am renewing your mind so you no longer see yourself through the eyes of those who failed to value you. Do not rush this healing. Do not try to numb it. Do not try to run from it. Feel it fully, because healing requires honesty. Cry if you need to cry. Yell if you need to yell. Sit in silence if your soul needs stillness. But do not return to what broke you. Do not reopen a door that I have sealed shut. Do not reach for someone who has already shown you their heart cannot hold you. This shocking truth about the third party she just got diagnosed with is not just information. It is awakening. It is liberation. It is divine intervention. I revealed it now because it needed to set you free. And freedom always begins with truth. Now listen again, deeper this time. This is not where your story ends. It is where your story shifts. The love you gave will return to you multiplied. The loyalty you showed will become your crown. The pain you feel will become wisdom. The tears you shed will become fuel. Everything the enemy meant to destroy you will become the reason you rise higher than those who laughed behind your back. The same voices that whispered about you will one day speak of your strength. The same hearts that underestimated you will one day witness your elevation. The same people who thought you were finished will watch me restore you publicly. But restoration begins with release. You must release her name from your spirit. You must release the memory of her touch. You must release the version of yourself who begged for someone to stay who was already leaving. You must release the hope that she will return, because even if she did, she cannot return healed from consequences she refuses to confront. This truth sets you free from waiting for what will never be. You are stepping into a season where you will look back and thank me. You will look back and say, "It was painful, but it saved me. You will look back and say, I did not understand then, but now I see clearly. You will look back and say, God rescued me. There will come a day when this heartbreak becomes your testimony. There will come a day when you speak these words with strength instead of trembling. There will come a day when you smile again, not pretending, but truly. You are closer to that day than you think. Hold on. Breathe. Do not fear what comes next. I am preparing something beautiful, something holy, something powerful, something divine, something worth every tear you have cried. But before I bring it, before I reveal it, before I release it into your life, I must finish the final separation. This truth, the truth everyone except you already knew, is the final key that unlocks your freedom. And now, child, you are ready for the next revelation, what I am about to give you, what is waiting ahead, and how your destiny will unfold now that the past has been shattered. Child, be still now, and breathe, because what I am about to speak into your spirit will carry you into a place you have never been before. You are stepping out of darkness and into light. You are stepping out of confusion and into clarity. You are stepping out of heartbreak and into healing. And you are stepping out of the shadow that betrayal cast over your life and into a future that shines brighter than anything you have ever imagined. Your life is not ending. Your heart is not ruined. Your purpose has not been dismantled. The truth you learned, the truth everyone except you already knew about the third party she just got diagnosed with, was not sent to destroy you. It was sent to free you from a prison of illusion. It was sent to cut the final chain. It was sent to bring closure where questions tormented your soul. It was sent to separate you from what could have devastated your destiny. Do not let your mind wander into fear about what you lost. Let your spirit open to what is about to come. You thought you were walking toward a future with her, but I was preparing you for something far more sacred, far more powerful, and far more aligned with who you were created to be. You thought she was the answer, but she was only the lesson. She was not your ending, she was the preparation for your beginning. You gave your heart honestly. You loved faithfully. You stood with integrity when others chose deception. You held promises while others broke theirs. You believed in a future while she entertained distractions. And because you loved purely, your future must now be pure. Because you invested deeply, your future blessings will now run deep. Because you handed your heart with sincerity, the next place I send it will protect it like treasure. This is why separation was necessary. This is why the truth surfaced. This is why the diagnosis connected to the third party could not remain hidden forever. It was the key that unlocked the final door between you and the future I am shaping. Had you not been shown the truth, you would have kept waiting, hoping, praying for restoration in a place where love was already gone. You would have held on to someone who had already walked away emotionally long before they walked away physically. You would have remained tied to a person who was silently tied to someone dangerous, someone whose diagnosis has now changed everything. And now that truth stands before you like a mountain you never expected to face. But I tell you now, this mountain is not here to block you. It is here to redirect you. Turn your face toward me. Lift your eyes from what fell apart. Let go of the image of what you hoped would be. The person she pretended to be was never the person she truly was. The love you thought you shared was not love, it was attachment disguising itself as destiny. What you felt was real, but what she offered was temporary. And had I not intervened, it would have cost you everything. Child, I must speak something heavy but holy. Not everyone you love is meant to stay. Not everyone you trust is capable of guarding your heart. Not everyone you choose is chosen by me. And sometimes, when you cannot walk away on your own, I must tear away the illusion for you. That is what this truth has done. It shattered what needed to break. It exposed what was poisoning you. It freed you from a future you were never meant to inherit. It rescued you from consequences that were never meant to touch you. And though it hurts, it will save your life. You will not suffer from what she has been diagnosed with. You will not share her consequences. You will not endure the storms that are now forming around her choices. The chaos she built around herself is closing in, and those who whispered behind your back now whisper behind hers. The weight she is carrying will only grow heavier until she faces what she has done. But that is not your battle. That is not your burden. That is not your responsibility. You are not called to save someone who walked away from your love to chase destruction. Do not confuse compassion with obligation. You can wish her healing without returning to her. You can wish her peace without stepping back into her life. You can pray for her recovery without sacrificing your own. Forgiveness does not mean returning to pain. Forgiveness means releasing the anchor that kept you trapped in a memory that no longer exists. And now I speak the future, you will recover. You will rise. You will rebuild. You will love again, but not with desperation, not with fear, not with insecurity, not with brokenness. You will love again with strength, with wisdom, with confidence, with clarity. And the next person I bring into your life will not come through betrayal, secrecy, or confusion. They will come through alignment, honesty, and divine timing. The person who is coming will not play with your heart. They will guard it. They will honor it. They will protect it. They will cherish the parts of you others mishandled. They will not love you because they need you. They will love you because they choose you. And they will not run when things become difficult. They will stay. They will fight beside you, not against you. And every wound inside you will finally feel understood, not judged. But first, allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to feel the reality of what happened. Allow yourself to grieve the dream that died. Healing does not mean pretending you are unaffected. Healing means facing truth with courage, and walking forward anyway. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not starting over from zero. You are starting ahead. You are starting wiser. You are starting stronger. You are starting with vision instead of blindness. Do not worry about what people say. They may talk now, but they will witness your transformation. They may whisper today, but they will watch your elevation. They may think you are weak, but soon they will understand your strength was never human, it was divine. They saw the diagnosis attached to the third party and assumed you would crumble. They assumed you would drown in humiliation. They assumed you would collapse in shame. But shame does not rest upon you. You did nothing wrong. You carry no guilt, no stain, no curse, no consequence. You are clean. You are free. You are protected. The storm that was formed against you has already died before it touched you. What was meant to destroy you has already failed. What was meant to break you has become the reason you will rise higher than you ever dreamed. Child, listen carefully, I am restoring you in ways you do not yet see. I am preparing blessings you cannot yet imagine. I am shaping a future that will make you cry tears of joy instead of pain. I am building a life that will make sense of every sleepless night you endured. I am writing a chapter that will make you thankful every door closed when it did. You will smile again without pretending. You will laugh again without heaviness. You will trust again without fear. You will love again without pain. And when that day comes, you will look back and say, I understand now. God saved me. This truth is not punishment. It is deliverance. It is direction. It is divine rearrangement. Let go now. Release her in your mind, your heart, your spirit. Release the memory of what you thought would be. Release the desire to know details that do not matter. Release the weight you were never meant to carry. Release the version of yourself who settled for less just to feel loved. Rise, child. Lift your face. Your future is calling you forward. Do not turn back. Do not reopen closed doors. Do not cling to someone who did not choose you. Do not grieve what my hand removed for your protection. You are stepping into glory. You are stepping into purpose. You are stepping into peace. You are stepping into destiny. Everyone except you knew this shocking truth about the third party she just got diagnosed with, but now you know. And now you are free. And now nothing will ever hold you again. Walk forward. Walk boldly. Walk healed. Walk chosen. Walk protected. Walk transformed. For I, the Lord your God, am with you. I go before you, I stand behind you, I surround you on every side. Nothing will stop the blessing I am about to release. Nothing will block the miracle I am preparing. Nothing will touch the destiny with your name written upon it. This ending is not loss. This ending is elevation. This heartbreak is not tragedy. This heartbreak is rebirth. This truth is not destruction. This truth is deliverance. And soon, very soon, you will thank me for everything that hurt, because without this heartbreak, you would have never walked into the life I designed for you. Rest now, child. The worst is over. The truth has set you free. And what is coming next will erase every tear you ever cried. I am the God who restores. And restoration has already begun.